Alright, here we go. Ni no Kuni 2. The game right now. Oh, Jesus. I'm already getting killed here. So, by the way, my name's Joel. You're watching my little Let's Play of Ni no Kuni 2 on the PS4, obviously. It is on PC, on Steam, I believe. I'm a big fan of the first one. Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch was awesome. I still remember just being a huge fan of it back in the PS3 days. I never finished it. It was kind of just a very long game, and at the time I just had the worst attention span, which has gotten better as of late. I've been able to stick with games a little more. And I was really kind of excited for this game due to the difference in combat. Even though I did like the RPG turn-based kind of combat of the first Ni no Kuni, I was really excited to see it go to more of an action kind of Kingdom Hearts-ish kind of game, and it's been awesome. It's really fun. It's very easygoing. There's very rarely a difficult fight. Like even this fight right here with this giant dragon isn't very difficult. It's surprisingly easy, but it can scale in difficulty if you want it to. It's very optional. You'll come across like different bosses and things like that that are way higher level than you. And by higher level, I mean at least 15. Because you could take on something that's 10 levels higher and not have that bad of a time, honestly. I think I was maybe level 24 and I fought level 40, and I ended up being able to take him down. So that part's pretty cool about it. You know, you're not kind of stuck only fighting things that are around your level. Probably the biggest thing that I enjoy about the game so far, besides the combat, there's like a kingdom management system that you go through that's been really fun to mess with and kind of learn. It's not super complex. It's actually really easy to learn. And right here I'm going to get some more Higgledies, which are these little creatures that I can use during battle. So you have to give them something that they like. So hey, I know it's talking about them vegetables, ain't it? You know, the one where I always eat the yellow bits and leave the rest? Ooh, that sounds like corn. It's gotta be corn. Or not. Da, da, da. It's the yellow bits. I don't have... Maybe I just don't have it. There's a chance I could not have the thing it wants. That's the first time I've come across that, though. Okay, so we have to come back with apparently corn. You obtained a copy of Songbook number 13. Go back to the library in Goldpaw and give Bodley the corn. Okay. All right. So a lot of the time while I'm playing this game, I've been watching the Super Beard Bros Let's Play of Dark Souls 3, and damn is it funny. It has been cracking me up. Those guys are awesome. They bring so much entertainment to almost like any game. Like really, oh no! Gotta get that chest. But yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of RPGs, or even if you're not super into like turn-based combat, this is a good game to kind of just get into. It's very casual, and it's... I don't think the main story is super long from what I know, but all the extra stuff you can do, if you want to put more time into the kingdom building and stuff like that, you can really stretch out the gameplay. So now I know I need corn. So I need to find corn, which I don't know exactly how I would find that. But I want those Higgledies. So let's see if I can get the Higgledies to work so I can kind of show you how that goes. So they'll kind of form up. You got to kind of be around them in a way. Ah! Son of a bitch. let's see. We might be too powerful already. Oh no. There we go. Ha! You go into their circle, you activate them, and then they're gonna bust out a little cannon sometimes. Sometimes they heal you, sometimes they create shields. So, they'll shoot to stun enemies that are flying in the air. Like that. Oh, that big purple orb. It's such a very colorful game. It's so cool. It's just so nice. I'm having so much fun with it. You know, there's gonna be the grindy areas and grindy parts of the game, but there's so many side quests too to kind of keep you entertained, which I do like. But all in all, I am quite enjoying Ni no Kuni 2. Ni no Kuni 2. So you'll pick up so many items, just so many. They're everywhere. It's all those little areas with like the sparkles on them. That is an item. A lot of them are used for materials, like your kingdom. While it's building up and leveling up and stuff like that, you'll need tons of items to be able to craft armor and all sorts of stuff. You can switch party members on the fly, but I generally stick with Roland just because I like his style of fighting. It's not super magic based. It's more action and melee combat. He does have a ranged weapon, as do all the other ones. His ranged weapon's a gun, which is kind of out of place in this world, but once you play the story, you'll kind of see why. Ah! So Evan is the main character. Well, I guess Roland's kind of a main character too. Kind of hard to tell. As Roland, you're kind of, in a way, transported to this world, and with what you know about, you know, running a company, it sounded like, you help Evan build a kingdom because he's been kind of kicked out of his, and you're trying to help him build up a kingdom that can not only live and prosper, but take on all the baddies. Ooh, just leveled up again, baby. So with baseball and everything, I have not done any like of the live shows and streaming that I would usually do. But every Friday, or most Fridays, I do a podcast with my buddy Ben from the Game Fanatics on Fridays. It's on twitch.tv/the Game Fanatics. You can also find it on his YouTube at youtube.com/benreacts, and I think they're pretty damn funny. I'll even listen to them when I'm bored at work, and I get a laugh. So I would say go check it out. I'll throw a link below to the latest episode when I post this, so you guys can kind of check it out if you want to. I do highly recommend it. We don't really talk about news most of the time. We talk about just kind of topics that interest us, or we focus on a game. Like we focused mainly on God of War a couple weeks ago because that was the game that we were all super into, and then I talk a little bit about this game. And that, I mean, I had only been 2 hours in when I was on the podcast, so I didn't really talk too much about it. But yeah, other than that, guys, hopefully I can post another update here pretty soon on this game, see how far I am, or see if there's another game that I'm playing. But other than that, go also check out Super Beard Bros. And I've been watching their Pokemon Let's Play that they're doing, and they're doing like Fire Red and Leaf Green, and then they did the Dark Souls one. Dark Souls I think was from maybe a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. The main guy that's in it is Gerard, the completionist, and he's great. He's one of my favorite YouTubers to watch, content creators. Just very smart, very, very creative in everything that he does, and super dedicated to his craft and his channels. I mean, I can't imagine how tired he must be all the time with completing game after game after game, doing 2 shows on completing games because he's redoing 120 games that he completed before. He does the Super Beard Bros Let's Plays. He does a ton of stuff. And I'm also still watching a lot of kind of funny content, you know, on a weekly basis or weekday basis. Still one of my favorite channels. I haven't been able to watch too much more of Funhouse's stuff. I do like to put it on Funhouse TV and just whatever's on, I'll watch before I go to bed at night. And I've been super digging the Giant Beast cast. So if you've ever heard of GiantBomb.com, they have 2 teams. One's in the West Coast, the other one's in the East Coast. And the East Coast team I've just become obsessed with. They're so funny. They do their podcast. I believe they record Thursdays and it comes out Fridays. It's called the Giant Beast Cast. You can find it on, I'm assuming, all podcast services. I listen to it on iPhone or iOS, whatever. And just they've got such a great team. One of my favorite people on it is Abby Russell, and she's kind of like I know she's a little bit newer to the team. She might be the only female like game person that they have at Giant Bomb. But man, does she hold her own. She's awesome. She is funny, and I've started listening to one of her podcasts that she does with her friend called How About That, I think that's how it goes. I know I have my phone somewhere. Let me figure it out real quick. And then I'll let you guys go. I'm sure you don't want to hear this garbage, and I'm sure a lot of you won't hear this garbage, so. But yeah, just I'd give it a shot. If there's one gaming podcast I would listen to, yeah, How About Now? There we go. That's what it's called. If there's one gaming podcast that involves news and involves people talking about games that they're playing that I would listen to, besides, of course, Ben's OP Game Show on Fridays on twitch.tv/thegamefanatics, I would listen to the Giant Beast Cast. I think you'll get a kick out of what they bring and just their comedy, their bits, and how they play off of each other. Their podcast is a good 2 hours, 2.5 hours sometimes, which is perfect for me at work. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Yeah, I can't really think about anything else. But other than that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and stop the video. And yeah, I hope some people see this video and, decide to check out any of the things I talked about. Ni no Kuni II, highly recommend it. I'm maybe 15 hours in, maybe a little bit less than that, and I love it. It's great. I'm not slowing down on it. So yeah. Goodbye.